every resource we have, I'm getting tearful now, and every support we have in life comes from the earth. And I get irritated with the idea that we hold in our culture that the economy is above all important. And it is only the second economy, the money system. It is an exchange for the community that we used to have and the connection to earth that we used to have. And if we don't have sustenance, shelter, connection with other people, connection with other beings, species on the planet, and health in all those systems, we do not have a functioning economy. People with money may be able to avoid that for a while, but not forever. I mean, it depends on all of us, and not only the human all of us, but the nature and the balance. My name is Jackie Bonomo, and I live on the side of Mount Nittany, 3 miles from the meeting house in a town called Lamont, and I attend State College Friends meeting. I think I fell in love with nature early. I think I was 16 when I consciously became aware that we were living wrong on the planet, that our whole culture was going in a wrong direction for harmony with the earth. And so after that, I started with a conservation class in high school, and then I went to college and did biology for a couple years, and then I transferred into a school that did environmental studies, and that was my focus with a specialty in human ecology. I think my spirituality is very grounded in nature. I always, my first 2 years of college, I think was a big, kind of unsettling moment to go to college for me. You know, my bearings were shook, I think, and I had to readjust. And when I was upset, I would go walking. And, you know, it always calmed me to be out in nature, either walking along the river, in the woods, or across fields. And I would start walking really fast, and then I would slow down and breathe easier. And by the time I got back to the campus, I was at peace. And I think that's where my spirituality is grounded. And I think my belief is more in an animating vitality in natural systems and in beings. And I find it easier to relate to spirit as female, nurturing and patient and sometimes angry and beautiful. And so I think that's my grounding. Our climate justice working group at State College Friends meeting started with a peace and social concerns survey and threshing session, trying to determine what was the primary issue for our members that they wanted us to work on in peace and social concerns. And so we've been working on 4 or 5 avenues of action and information. And those are education of ourselves, meeting members, connecting with community members and other faith groups. And then we're working also on understanding more about advocacy. A couple years ago, several of us had gone to a talk by Eileen Flanagan from Earth Quaker Action Team. It's EQUATE. I'm trying to think of the acronym. And she has done a lot of direct action, strategic campaigns to target climate reduction from companies and banks and so forth. And learning also more about finances and trying to share information about financial investments and how those impact funding fossil fuels, and instead putting another filter. You know, we have a lot of Quaker filters on that can be put on investments, and, you know, no tobacco, no alcohol, those kinds of things, and no war, no guns, but adding climate change parameters also would make sense. And we are we have a limited time to respond to this, and I very much feel the urgency. So I'm excited about this.
Thanks so much for watching this QuakerSpeak video. We release a new video every other Thursday. We would like to thank Woodbrook for supporting this week's video. Woodbrook is a Quaker learning and research charity. They offer online learning and worship rooted in the Quaker tradition and open to all. Whether you're looking to help strengthen your Quaker community or follow your own journey exploring Quaker history and spirituality, go to www.woodbrook.org.uk to see what Woodbrook can offer you. Thank you so much for watching and have a happy Thursday.